Mirror now special on election, Lok Sabha, the great Indian election that is underway. And let's quickly now talk about West Bengal that is going to polls in phase 5 of the Lok Sabha elections on the 20th of May. In fact, I will be joined by my colleague Shreya. She's joining us on the broadcast to help us understand the ground sentiment, what voters are concerned about. Let's quickly cut across to her. Shreya, there has been a lot of concern regarding women's safety in West Bengal recently. There's also the CAA. There's, Sandeshkhali, of course, had taken center stage. All of these issues concerning people there. Help us understand what the voter is looking at this time around.
Well, right now we are inside the Jadavpur University campus and this place is filled with all first and second time voters. Now we are over 4 phases and as we move to the 5th phase of election, let me quickly go across to the voter and try to understand from them what will be the major issue for the state of West Bengal this time around. First, I want to come to you. When we talk about the Citizenship Amendment Act, we have seen that there is a state versus center in that case. We have seen that, in fact, today Mamata Banerjee in a public rally have said that if you apply for CAA, in that case, you become, a foreigner, you'll be sent to detention camp. How do you look at this? Do you think that this is going to be a major poll factor this time around?
I vehemently oppose this Citizenship Amendment Act in the very first place, the 11th March 2024 when it was finally implemented. I believe that it totally goes against the principles of equality and religious non-discrimination. But I also believe that the opposition should not just be because I have to oppose somebody in power. It should have been from 2019 when it was finally passed. So I think all opposition parties or anybody in general should be vehemently opposing it. I'm not very sure how much truth it holds that you'll be sent to detention camps. Yes, there has been cases like we have seen in the Northeast where religious minorities, especially Muslims, they have been deliberately debarred. But I feel that everybody who's opposing it, please oppose it for the sake of opposing it and not just as a part of election campaign. That is what I feel. So I would keep that in mind while casting my vote.
Well, I want to come to you with another question. Since you're a woman voter, tell me how much big factor will Sandeshkhali be? We have been seeing that the Sandeshkhali row has been going on ever since and women's safety is a question in the state of West Bengal. So do you think Sandeshkhali is going to play against the TMC this time around?
I think it's not just Sandeshkhali. I think Bilkis Banu will also play a very big factor when I am casting my vote because in a country where justice is delivered so late, I'll definitely keep that in mind. So I think it's both the state and the centre to be blamed for it. It's anybody who's in power who's to be blamed for women's safety especially. So as a woman voter, I would definitely be scared at the current situation of the country and I'll keep that in mind when I vote.
Okay, I want to also come to you with this quick question. When I say appeasement versus polarization, what comes to your mind and how big a factor you think this is going to be this time around?
Competitive communalism can never be good for any sort of country or electorate, especially when the elections are going on. I feel that religion and politics should always be separate. In the case that we are seeing all sorts of political parties and candidates are leading big rallies during the Ram Navami celebrations that happened in West Bengal. And I think 10 years is a very long time for any party that has been in power to sort of, go to the electorate and convey their achievements instead of doing narrow dog whistling and, dividing into communal lines and calling a particular religion by its names. I think that is something that should be avoided. I think it's been 10 long years and the country expects BJP to talk on the lines of development. That is the agenda. Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas is what they came into this country as a whole.
So, of course, as you can hear, they are very much against polarization, says that after holding government for such a long time, it is the Ram Mandir issue which the BJP is talking about.